Ah, hello. What day is today? August 28th, 2024. Um, I feel like talking into the void today. And it's very strange because I know I'm putting this on my second channel that no one knows about, maybe for a few people. But yeah, I'm going to talk into the void. That sounds fun. Um, so what have I been up to? Uh, Actually, I guess one of the reasons I want to talk into the void is because I obviously I have a air quotes main YouTube channel that I don't really post on much of anymore, and that's primarily because I'm just straight up bored of Counter Strike right now. It just I've played so much Counter Strike in my life, and it's not even that much when we look at hours actually logged. But like I first played Counter Strike when I was like in fifth grade. I was in fifth grade like 20 years ago. So, like, I'm just bored. I am just bored of Counter Strike. Not to mention my game keeps corrupting itself every time there's an update, so I don't know what the hell that's about. But let me go over to desktop. Yes, there are black bars on the screen. That's on purpose. It's to hide my browser bookmarks and URLs and shit. So yeah, last played July 27th, and I don't think I even played a game when I launched the game. I think I was just like testing the last video I made when I was doing like a real quick little thing on like Dust 2 when they added a box of the map. Playtime 4,100 hours. We go to 1.6, 3,200 hours if I can find my Smurf, which I also have a bunch of time on. You know, and then this I have another 876 hours. So about it's not exactly 1,000, but if we take some of that and rearrange it, it's basically 9,000 hours of Counter Strike. Not to mention that this account that I'm on right now is not even the first Steam account I had. Like my first Steam account got hacked, so I don't know how many hours I had on that, but it's probably like a good amount. Yeah, so I'm like, I've played so much. Matchmaking doesn't interest me. Pugs don't interest me. Playing a league season doesn't really interest me either, because I hit one of the main goals I've always wanted to hit, which was to just make it into IM in whatever season. And I've done that like twice. We technically qualified for IM in the first season of CS2 on Face It. I qualified for IM like once or twice in CSGO. So, I kind of hit my goals, and I don't really care to get better after that. I'm way too old for that. So what I have been doing instead of Counter-Strike, one of the things is Stormgate. Stormgate is an RTS that is made by some former developers of StarCraft 2. I think they have some Warcraft 3 devs on there too. It's an RTS, and you don't really have RTSs nowadays. So I've just been enjoying the hell out of this because I did play a lot of StarCraft back when I was younger. The game right now, it's free to play. It has a 1v1 and a 3-person co-op mode. At the moment, it's still in early access. Balance is not great. There are some issues with the game in terms of like unit pathing, smoothness, and just like, it's, you can call it a beta still, so it's not perfect, and it's far from perfect. I'll say that, but it does give me, RTS vibes. Obviously, StarCraft. It just feels really good. I don't know how else to put it. It just feels really good to play. I haven't played an RTS in so long, and it just brings me back to that part of my life in high school when I played just so much StarCraft. So that's one of the big things I've been doing recently. Another thing I've been doing recently, and I'm gonna just jumble back. Like, last video I uploaded on my main channel was July, so take that for what you will. Another thing I've been doing actually is playing Magic the Gathering, and I know that you're just like, oh god, Magic. Oh boy, he's going off the deep end. He's buying cardboard crack. My decks are actually in a blue bag right over there, and I don't really care to get up and get them, but you know, I've opened some packs from like pre-releases and stuff, so I have some stuff. I have been playing Magic. I've been playing Commander with an old high school friend reached out to me, and he saw me playing Magic Arena, which I have stopped playing because again, got bored. But yeah, so I've been playing Commander. I do have like 3 decks built right now, and I can show you vaguely here. So I have 3 decks. This one is about casting artifacts and flinging them back into your face. This one is a dragon deck where you make copies of dragons that you play, and it just kind of overwhelms the board with dragons. One of the friends that I'm teaching, shout out to Norman, I've been teaching him Magic, and he's been really enjoying this deck because he used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And he would love dragons. This is my main deck. It like one of the pre-built decks that Wizards of the Coast made. I basically bought that, and then I bought a bunch of cards to upgrade it. You can find my Moxfield, Akene, the same shit. You can dig through these. I used to have an Dragon Precon. I bought it when it came out, and then I never played with it until like 3 months ago. But I took it apart to build this Miram deck because I wanted my friend to play, but 5 color decks kind of wild. So yeah, that's one of the other things I've been doing. So there's Stormgate Magic. I still play TFT. Right now the set came out like 3 weeks ago. And I am currently Emerald 4. So I think I've played like 120 games or so. I'll hit Diamond eventually, as I usually do with most sets in TFT, but I'm not rushing to hit Diamond. I think that's how I get burned out on TFT, when I just like play so much in the beginning, and then after a while I'm just like, oh god, I hate this game now. I would say TFT is definitely fun. It's just, lately I've just been doing a lot of other things too. I would say the main reason I actually thought about posting a random Talk Into the Void video, right? Like, why? Who cares what I'm doing? The real point of the video that I'm rambling into the void about, into this random webcam I have, is there is a event that's going to go on for all of September around chess. And one of the things I've been playing since the pandemic first hit is chess. There is a tournament series called PogChamps where chess.com, they bought a bunch of streamers to learn chess and to compete in this like tournament thing with like a group stage and then like a final bracket. And I thought that was pretty exciting because one of the people that was playing in it was BoxBox, who is a old league old league Riven one trick that was, he basically pioneered the character. He streams TFT now, and he's been doing a lot of fighting games as well, like Tekken and Street Fighter. But when I saw he was in that tournament, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I remember that guy, BoxBox. Yeah, he's that Riven guy, yeah. And then I was like, oh, chess sounds kind of like, I could like play it on my phone while I'm like, out and about, or if I'm like bored, like, I don't know, maybe I'm like waiting outside in line at a thing, and then I'm just like, oh, I'll just play a game of chess real quick. So that kind of spiraled into me learning a lot more about chess, just getting better at it. So we go here. This is the event that I'm going to attend, and I'll go back to it in a second. This is my chess profile, and this is only online chess. I've never actually played any competition or tournament over the board, so this is probably going to be like my first event over the board, in person, to put it easily. So these are my ratings for different time formats in chess. You can play in a different format of time. You can do rapid is most commonly a 10-minute format. Blitz can either be 3 minutes with 2-second bonus per move, or just 5 minutes per player with no increment, or maybe with 3-second increment. Increment meaning you get time every time you make a move, like it adds to your clock. Bullet is a 1 minute or less time control. I just play this for shits and giggles. Like, I have a rating. Obviously, I'm like okay at it, but I don't play this too much. Well, I play it a lot actually, but I don't play it too seriously. So yeah, this is my chess rating. You can see, I don't know if I can go back to general stats. In the last 30 days, I've played 250 games. A lot of it is probably bullet, which, you can crank out one game in like 2 minutes at most. Like, that's the upper limit of a bullet game that I usually play, so it's like, don't take that too seriously. Rapid, in the last 30 games, does it say how many games I've played? 55? So that's like 2 games a day, almost. Yeah, so this is what I've been doing recently. I've been doing this for a while, right? All time. Apparently, 2020, that sounds about right. And there's got to be some games before this too. Like, I just had an account and I like randomly played, but you can see I like kind of been up and down over the years, where I don't play too much, where I play more, blah blah blah. But anyway, so yeah, I've been playing chess. And when I saw this store, this board game cafe store thing, was doing this event, I was like, oh, that sounds really fun. I wanna try that out. So here we are. So it's gonna run through September. Every I don't know why I can't highlight correctly. It's gonna run through September every Tuesday. Why is that happening? Every Tuesday and Saturday. I do plan on going every Tuesday and Saturday as much as I can. So what is it? League members come in and play chess. They'll have a ranking. They can play casual games or league games, and the league games are basically just a lower ranked league member can challenge a higher ranked league member. League games are 10+0, so that means you start the game with 10 minutes. You don't get any bonus time every time you make a move. League members randomly choose a color. If the lower ranked player wins, their rank improves to 1 above the higher ranked player. And there's an example. If the higher ranked player wins, nothing happens. If league member hasn't played for a week, they drop down 1 ranking. So yeah, this is basically what I'm going to be trying to do. And I guess the real point of me recording the video is to hold myself, I wouldn't say accountable per se, but this is just what I'm doing. And I do want to try to, at least make something out of it. Not just, oh, that was the thing I did and don't remember anything about what happened. I would love to go there, play games, like write down the moves as they happen so that I can come back home and be like, yeah, this game or the second game or whatever game I played, I have a sheet with all the moves on it. I can let them take a picture of it so they have it too, and they can like go recreate the game and be like, oh, I should have done this and that. And it's content, right? Content nowadays, everyone wants to make content. This is like me starting a podcast, except it's not a podcast, it's just me talking to my camera. So that's what I want to do. That's really the point of this video. I won't talk too much about the nitty-gritty of what I play in chess, I guess, as much as I would like to. But yeah, this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to try to spend my spare time doing this. I'm putting a lot of my other games on this side because I'm just bored of them. Like Stormgate, the meta 1v1 meta is kind of garbage right now for the race that I play. Counter-Strike, I'm bored. TFT is going to be here for months. The set is going to be here for months, so I'm not rushing that. Magic, I'll always be able to play Magic like whenever, so I don't really need to play it now before it goes away or whatever. Deadlock is coming out soon, but I'm not that interested in it. It looked pretty cool, but I didn't feel like trying to bother to learn it. There's also another game coming out the Monday after I am recording this video called Spectre Divide. Shroud's been like touting this game up a lot. It's fine. You know, it looks okay. I don't really have any complaints about it. I'm not that interested in it because for the same reason I'm not interested in playing Counter-Strike, I'm not interested in playing Spectre. Like, they're both TAC FPSs. Yeah, this has its gimmick of, yeah, you're able to switch between two characters at once at the same, you know, and you can like switch between them into whatever. But I don't know, man. Like TAC FPS, I've played so much of it. I'm just bored of it. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. Chess is gonna be what I'm doing. And hopefully future me will actually be able to write down and analyze games in a recording, because, you know, that could be cool. Anyway, thanks for watching.